You don't get something for nothing. Most of us have heard that saying almost from birth. But when COVID happened, governments came up with assistance programs to help us pay bills and tide us over until the pandemic ended. But COVID has lasted a lot longer than any government thought. And many have begun to say, now those bills have to be paid. When her friends on fixed incomes cheered at COVID bill relief, retired nurse Brenda Young predicted some bitter medicine ahead and offered this advice.
You better pay what you can, when you can. Pay something on a bill, pay something, because you're going to get cut off and you're going to get evicted.
And we've seen it begin to happen as early stimulus programs started to fade away. Now the Texas Public Utility Commission says with more Texans going back to work, it will end its assistance program.
By the time the benefits end on September 30th of this year, they will have protected more than 600,000 Texas households from the threat of disconnection for non-payment.
The move has trickled down to cities too. We first told you Marlin had allowed a grace period for payment of water bills, but that now has dried up.
Now, what it is you have to pay your water bill. There's no longer where you can go 1 month, 2 months, 3 months without paying. You have to pay your current water bill.
But customers can still finance previous past due amounts, spreading payments out over as long as a year. Consumer advocates call that a start, but say as long as we have no vaccine for COVID, we still need those assistance programs.
Some will say we're all in this together, but it seems like some are getting tired of being in this together, and now it's you're on your own.
She says renters who face utility cutoffs also face eviction for violating their lease, which requires it. Experts say the simple truth, leaders promised too much and got surprised when we couldn't kill COVID in the short term.
So it's a difficult trade-off. Obviously, at some point in time, the utility providers need the revenue, and these things can't go on forever. By the same token, we haven't really fundamentally yet addressed the situation that gave rise to the need for them.
Meaning, until we kill or control COVID, nothing will return to the old normal.
We know COVID is pretty much here for the long run, so we have to learn to work and live with COVID.
And now that means getting current on our bills and taking heed of Brenda Young's other reason to get caught up on our debts.
After the COVID, what then? What's going to come next 6 months? Something else?
Texas has a multitude of companies and local governments providing utility services. You'll want to check with yours to see when or if their own utility assistance programs might end. In Robinson, Dennis Turner, 25 News.